Today's just a short video to say welcome to all of the new followers of people that I met here in Calgary, Alberta. Also, everyone that was at the Elman conference and we connected through various presentations or my keynote or my presentation with Sarah Clodius. Welcome. And of course, to everyone here that's been with me or joined me along the way. It's just such a pleasure to have a space to share insights or thoughts or themes that I see happening across the board with people as a result of, working one-on-one, working with groups, working with practitioners and coaches that are really building purpose-driven businesses. And of course, the Bitcoiners. That is just all comes together because whether say my folks that I met here in Calgary that are working in the temp businesses or the architecture firms or even the Saturday market Bitcoiners, and then of course all of the hypnosis practitioners that are not only evolving in their own work, but like doing their own work to expand the capacity that they have for others. There's one general theme that I can see in the thread of this. And the theme that I see is how essential it is right now to continue to bring the attention back to trusting in ourselves, trusting in our inner wisdom teacher, we could call it, our inner authority, or even just our innate wisdom. It's really becoming evident in our world today. The more authority that we give to someone outside of ourselves, whether it's around our relationships, our business, our money, or our even the people that we ask for help or advice, can often really pull us away from our own intuition or what we feel to do, but maybe isn't going to make sense when we try to explain it out loud to someone else. And then the caveat here is like explaining or expressing your vision to somebody else that one doesn't see your vision, or two can only see the explanation of your vision from their own level of consciousness and lens. So, for example, even when I was starting out as a hypnotherapist, and I had met a couple of people in the industry that had really successful businesses, and I started to see how it's a very viable career. And then, talking to people that just had no hope for that, like really thought that was a pipe dream and that really wasn't possible. And thankfully, I didn't put any stock in that because I could see it. I could see it for myself. And I noticed what happens a lot is like, just because maybe we get excited about like sharing our vision or sharing our dream, or maybe you even hire someone to help you become more clear or even start to achieve that dream. If that person has limitations in their own thinking and isn't able to put them aside while holding space for you or speaking to you, then that is going to limit, or if you let it, if you see this person as an authority or you feel like you're really sensitive to other people's advice and it just affects you, because like doubt is okay if it brings you back to yourself, but if it really takes you away from yourself and starts to take away your confidence because it somehow sets up a premise like you have to have it all figured out in order to get there before you even start or at the start, then that's not the right person to hold space for you. That's not the right person to assist you in accomplishing your dreams. So that's something that I really realized through my one-to-one client work, which is that it's always the case that I can see what's possible even more than they can because they're getting stuck in fear or like needing to know the steps. And also for me, because I've been doing this for so long, I've just seen so many impossible things happen. Like I just know it's possible because I've seen it, which does make it easier. It does make it easier to see, and then believe. But when we're creating something that's just never been created in the world before, and it's like a vision or a business or something that we really feel called to create, we need to believe in that, even if we can't see it. So that's the combining threads that I saw in the last few weeks of like meeting people from so many different areas and areas of business and life and resonating. And this is also a big part of my keynote that I delivered last weekend at the Elman Global Zoom Conference that I actually did. Uh, I have a copy of the audio, and it's called Evolve or Die because it's really about emerging consciousness and technology and this way that it's it's such a light of hope to know that when we let go of what's no longer working in our systems, in our healthcare, in our relationships, in our business, in our personal relationships, in our financial system, then we start to be open to the solution. And we no longer depend on the advice from others that are still operating from that old limited paradigm that will just keep us in fear and anxiety of the future. And we come more over to the light and to the knowing that things are constantly evolving and there is hope and there is light in that. So, again, welcome. Stay tuned. If there's anything you'd like me to share or speak on, drop it in the comments. Feel free to like, subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. And I'll pop if you're still listening, awesome. Thank you. I will pop the link to my keynote in the comments. Ciao for now.